Righto, this is a tournament style Tomb Raiders. Um, this is the way that I do one of these during an event. And the reason I do it this way is because during an event you're probably busy doing other things at the same time as you want to do some TRs to increase the amount of, let's say, eggs or pumpkin refills or whatever it is for that event. So I'm going to do a riches as I would be during an event. At the same time, I'm doing this Tomb Raiders. Rabance is the host of this, and I'm just going to do it exactly how I would do it during an event. You're probably wondering why I'm going to do a riches at the same time. It's to demonstrate that there's no interruption to what I'm doing, and that's the important thing while I'm doing this. So if you've got 10 MMA, you only send 5 because you want to send 5 to the next one, and you select a 6th general, doesn't matter who it is. It could just be a regular battle-hardened general, the 6th one. And the only reason we send a 6th general is because if we use 5, out of 12 times we do this, we'll be successful 11 times, and that one time out of 12, that last camp won't go down. So the 6th general is just insurance for that. So it doesn't have to be a special general, it just has to be a slight bit of insurance. Obviously, as you've seen, this is all done with recruits. So my advice is when you go into an event, you have a good pool of recruits, 20, 40,000 depending on your population. If you can't make that many recruits for your population, guess what? Your population's not big enough. Start working on it, mate. I've missed one MMA there. There he is. Right, so they're now off, and I'm completely ignoring that. That's going to take 8 minutes. It says 23:01. When that goes down to 22:53, I will go into that Tomb Raiders adventure, and I'm just going to continue to do my thing in the meantime. And I didn't order that, dumbass. So you can either watch me do a riches, or you can fast forward to the point where I actually enter into the Tomb Raiders. But I'll leave this running as in real time to give you a grasp of how this is supposed to work for you. The main thing is we're not going to let this Tomb Raiders interfere with what we're doing during the event, because we are busy with other things, and it's just a sideshow. I'm actually past doing regular adventures, by the way. So if we have a look up here, you see my population. Um, you're not going to see a lot of regular troops apart from some cavalry there. Mainly, I've got 21k recruits, but if this was an event where I was going to use Tomb Raiders, that'd say 40 or 50k. But I've got 64,000 population. But as you can see, I've only got 500 cannons there. That's there for one adventure, actually. Motherly Love, when I do it. The same with the 400 soldiers. They're there for Motherly Love. No idea why I've got 93 elites. I think I had to build them for a guild quest or something. And the bowmen are there for Tower of Wisdom. Okay, so that should be made. So we're looking for 53 on the Tomb Raiders clock when we know our generals are landing, and that's when we'll find a space in what we're doing to venture on over and send our attack. Like I said, you can fast forward this if you like. I don't think I've got anything more important to tell you in this time, apart from the fact that the reason I'm doing it this way is to demonstrate how little doing a Tomb Raiders is going to interfere. If you're interested in this, this is actually the way I do an 8-minute one of these, but there is a recording of how to do it in 8 minutes. As you can see, this has been going a bit longer than 8 minutes, but I got distracted yakking and doing a couple other things. So I didn't do it in 8 minutes, but it can be done in 8 minutes. And if it was an event, I'd certainly not be doing it in much longer than 8 or 9 minutes a time. What's going on here? Damn flu season. So 1 minute now until we go inside that Tomb Raiders. But as I said, we're not going to let it interrupt with what we're doing. And believe me, we won't be last to finish this. So we're going to go home, we're going to start another Riches, and then we're going to go into that Tomb Raiders the next time we have a window on the way home. So there you go, we already picked up one lot of eggs, so it was Easter, and we're at Tomb Raiders where we're going to pick up some more. That's good, eh? So it's 53 now, but we won't go in the Tomb Raiders first. We'll go into what we're doing first, and we'll go into the Tomb Raiders on the way home. Okay, so we should be landed and probably built up by now. There we are. So, this is what we do. We send everybody to the altar leader there. Unholy altar. I think it's called, isn't it? Yes, unholy altar. We're not going to be last. Somebody else can end this for us. And we're going home. That's it. That was, that's all we're doing in that Tomb Raiders. We send our attack. We don't have to sit there and watch it. We can just now continue on with what we were doing. Which is a Riches. Geez, my map not loading very well. I'm going to have to, I think I might reboot shortly. So that's it. That's that's your Tomb Raiders done. That's your involvement in it. If you were the last to finish, you might have to go back and end the adventure. Excuse the coughing, it is flu season in Australia. So, I guess you're interested. Now, I wouldn't go back into that adventure. I'd just go here. Um, I always type something like that just to let them know I'm not going back to end it. I know I'm not last. If I was the last to finish, I would be obligated to go back in a few minutes. Now, I know, since this is a Tomb Raiders thing, you want to see what happened. So, normally we wouldn't even bother going back in. I know, and you would know from this example, that those 6 generals all loaded with recruits, that's over for us. We don't have to go back. But let's go back now and see what happened. Not that we have to. In an event, we wouldn't even bother. We'd just continue on with what we were doing. But let's go and have a look at what happened. Oh, Kitty Taylor over here is just landing still, is she? Good on you. So here's our 6 generals. Looks like 1, but there's actually, well, probably 5 or 6 of them left. The important thing to remember is you wouldn't be sitting here watching what's going on. You'd, as I did, just send the attack, send all 6 generals to that leader. They'll all get intercepted by the camps along the way to that leader, and they will defeat that leader, and we won't even see it. We'll just get email telling us that the adventure's over. If you're a bit short on generals, you can get away with 5. But like I say, 1 in 12 times you do it, you won't kill that last leader. If MMAs have got 1 up on them like mine does, you can just reload one and send him back. But anyway, as you can see, we won that. We've got 2 generals coming back, so we had 1 to spare. Which, as I say, you only need 5. That's why we've got 2 coming back instead of 1. And that's your event Tomb Raiders. So build up your recruits for the next event where you'll be doing Tomb Raiders. And happy hunting.